Got music today, guys. Love this song. So much fear, so much care, just another year. All right, welcome, everybody. Come on in. We're going to be talking about a subject that's very taboo. Do we really want to talk about failure? Yes, we do. And I'm hoping that a lot of you will want to talk about it, because the more we talk about the things that cause us to mess up or fail, the better success we're going to have. So as you come on in, don't forget to say hello so that I can say hello back to you. I'd love to give a little shout out to anybody who comes on quickly when the live goes live, because without you guys, the live is kind of dead, and I feel like I'm talking to nobody and to the nether, and that's awkward. You guys probably missed already that I played my music when I started up the video. That's for those of you who are watching later. But I played my theme song at the beginning, because why not? Because I figured out how to do it. Yeah, it's all right. I'm not that cool. It just played it on the computer is all. All right, so I see a few people are saying hello, so I'm going to go ahead and start saying hello back. And as you guys come in, keep posting. Don't forget to minimize the live chat. Give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube knows that it's a good one to watch, and then come on back in, because that's helpful to me. Thank you very much. All right. And excuse the wiggle, because I need a more stable stick or something for this, because I always feel like I'm just like, we're in an earthquake. Because if I move at all, the thing wiggles. Apologize. All right, Janice Pate from North Carolina. Welcome. Tiffany Micah from Texas. Welcome. Tanya McFarland is here. Amy Kling from Kansas. Oh, freezing cold today, huh? It's cold here too. We had a big, huge cold snap. In fact, we had a snow day from school yesterday, which hardly ever happens in Utah because we're pretty tough when it comes to snow, but it was rough. ADH Snuggles Angela is here. Tina Blair is here. Michelle Bowker from Tennessee is here. Pamela Jones from sunny Florida. I'm so jealous of you right now. And Cooper's Cats. Oh, Pauline, got it. From Spain. Oh, really? Sunny Spain? How did I not know you were from Spain? Man, that's something I need to remember. Oh, sunny. I love sun. I miss sun. Okay, I'm not thinking about the giant snow pile outside. And if you hear my door constantly slamming, that's because my kids love snow, and they're in and out playing in it all this morning, and keep slamming my door, which shakes my whole room like an earthquake, because that's how it is. And we're in my room. This is my bed, my lovely headboard that my husband gave me a couple years ago for my birthday. This cute little thing I got from Amazon. I could link that. I have Amazon links now, guys. Don't forget to check out my Amazon links, because that's cool, right? And the lights. Chef Dave put those up for me. And this lamp, my mom, she bought this for me for my studio space, because it's the only place in my house where I can shut the door and keep the minions out. So, yes, you get to come and share my bedroom every Tuesday, which is fun. Well, and every Sunday usually too, or Saturday, whatever day I get it up. Okay, who else is here? Crystal Smith from Texas. Nice. Texas is in the house today again. That's 2 weeks in a row for Texas. Melissa Lewis from Georgia. Nice. Nicole Elizabeth, welcome. All right, everybody. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm always appreciative of those of you that will come in and say hello at the very beginning, so I don't feel like I'm just sitting here awkwardly. Sometimes I'll have a bang, but I already drank my bang this morning. Oh man, now I am sweating. I turned off my fan, which is funny because it's freezing cold outside, but that's why it's hot in here, because I've got my heat cranked up. I turned off my overhead fan so that you wouldn't hear the spinning, but now I'm probably going to sweat to death with the heater because the kids are opening the door constantly. Hence, my room is going to become a boiling, whatever. It's all right. You guys don't care if I sweat, right? Well, if you do, don't say anything, because I don't want to know. Okay, so why are we here today? Everyone wants to know what's the number one reason that diets fail. And I mean every single diet that exists, not just keto. Every single diet is going to fail. It is not the Super Bowl. Though one could say it was the Super Bowl. Because often people use the Super Bowl as an excuse to go off plan for the first time in a year and then never get back on. So, it is kind of the joke that at the beginning of the year, we make our New Year's resolutions and we're pushing through January with our freezing cold and misery. We already feel crappy anyway, so we may as well feel crappy from doing a diet. And we get to the Super Bowl party and everybody's like, woo, party! And they eat everything they want and then they fall off the wagon until next year. That's a pretty common thing. But the number one reason that diets fail is not the Super Bowl. It is fear. And I know you probably think like candy or cookies or things you love or weak hearts or whatever else might be the real reason. But the number one reason is fear, because fear is behind all of the choices that you choose to make that derail your success, including the Super Bowl. So that's the first one we're going to talk about. There are 3 different types of fears that can derail your diet. And if you can know that those fears are going to come up and have a plan for addressing them, you will make it to the end. Take it from someone who tried a billion times and finally made it. That is the reason I failed every time. So the number one fear that causes people to mess up does include the Super Bowl, and it is FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. Fear of missing out is the first fear that you're going to face. Super Bowl party will be probably your number one place, but there will be party upon party and birthday upon birthday and all kinds of things that are going to get in your way, that you're going to convince yourself that you're not going to be happy, or you're not going to have a fun time, or you're going to be embarrassed, or whatever it might be. Those fears will cause you to choose to go off plan big time for some kind of event and then struggle to get back on. And you'll be on the struggle bus for a while, depending on who you are. Some people are on the struggle bus for a half a day the next day and are like gung-ho back on it. And that's great. If you can do that, okay. Most people cannot do that. I know I cannot do that. That's how I failed so many times, over and over and over. And so that's the main reason that I don't choose to eat off plan. It's not because I'm some superhuman person. It's because I've realized that FOMO is just like any other fear. It's all in your head. And once you address it and realize it's not a real thing and that you can do something about it, that is going to be the big, huge stepping point in your journey that convinces you to move to the next level. Okay. So what are some ways we can deal with fear of missing out? We've talked about them before. We talk about them every holiday, right? I'm in there, rah, rah, sis, boom, bah. You guys got this. You can do it. You can make it through this holiday. Well, some of the tips are, first of all, realize it is a fear. It's an irrational fear that you cannot have fun at a Super Bowl party and stay on plan. That is crazy sauce right there. And it's just like saying you can't have a birthday without cake and not be happy. You can't go to a barbecue in the summer without eating all of the dessert. You can't go to the holiday party and not have, pumpkin pie. You can actually. You can. So the number one thing you need to do is to have a plan. So for example, since we just had Super Bowl, and I probably should have done this video last week to give you guys ideas on getting ready. I'm not a Super Bowler. I don't even watch it. I have to admit, I watched the J-Lo thing on YouTube. She killed it. And so did Shakira, but I'm a diehard J-Lo fan, and if you've ever seen J-Lo dance before, that's legit what she does. So I don't know what all the complaining is about, but whatever. Anyway, moving on from that. We're not arguing about that. But I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but a lot of people do. And I realized that Super Bowl parties can be a big downfall. For keto, it's easy as pie. I don't know about for other diets. If you're vegan, Super Bowl can probably be tricky. If you are on some sort of restricted calorie standard American diet, I can see it being tricky. But with keto, there is literally no excuse to ever go off plan at a party for sports. Because hello, chicken wings, hello, jalapeno poppers, meat roll-ups, Quest chips, pork rinds, lots of different dips you can do. I mean, you guys, there's so many options for football food when it comes to keto. So that's your number one plan for any holiday, of course. Plan. Think about it before you go. Bring your own food. Bring things you know that are going to make you feel like you're having fun. We do associate food with fun and with family and with friends and with parties. And it's okay to have that feeling. It's okay to associate food with people and fun and parties. I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm just suggesting that you find new foods, new fun foods that make you feel like you're having a good time, right? So back at Christmas, we talked about some of the things that I chose to do. You plan new foods and they become the new thing that you look forward to every year. As you get used to doing it over and over and over, you forget that there's even other foods there that you would want to eat. You just get to the point where it's just not even an option anymore. It's just not even what you think about. So having a plan will prevent you from fear of missing out. And if you're worried about pressure from other people, that's another fear. It kind of goes into the fear of missing out because you're afraid that people will feel bad if you don't eat their food. If you feel like that's going to happen, definitely tell them in advance. So there's no like face-to-face confrontation. Call your sister-in-law and say, hey, I really appreciate you throwing the Super Bowl party this week, but I just want you to know I'm bringing my own food because I'm on a new diet plan. First of the year, New Year's res and all that. I don't want to waylay my New Year's resolutions, and I hope you'll understand. And she'll be like, sure, I get that, no problem. Or maybe she'll feel like she can admit that she's feeling the same way. You never know what other people are feeling. With my family, at first, I was the weird one that didn't eat everything. Well, now it's just part of what our family does. They all say, oh, hey, who wants me to make the keto dessert? Or who wants me to make the keto side? They all know, and several more of them have jumped on the keto bandwagon after seeing my success. So sometimes your example can just be the thing that helps other people get going or stay going, as the case may be. So fear of missing out, have a plan and realize it's not a real thing. It's all in your head, just like all the fears. Okay, so the next one that you're going to face is the fear of success. Why is that a fear? Why do we feel that way? Oh, so many things can cause that fear to creep up. Not just dieting, not just losing weight, but fear of success is a thing that we face all the time in every aspect of our lives, including and not limited to YouTube. I have people that I coach that I'll just say her name, Lynn Venture. If you're here, Lynn, say hi. But Lynn Venture, when you guys started coming over there and her subscriber count went up, she had a full-on panic attack. She's like, I don't know, people, and she had to like rein that in and realize, no, that's what my goal is. Success, right? Why are we so afraid of success? I remember that feeling as my YouTube started getting better. I remember that feeling when I got fired from ketogenic dieters and I felt like I didn't have any right to say anything. Well, that's just stupid. I have every right to say anything. We all do. We all have every right to say whatever we want to say on YouTube. That's the point. And so, that initial fear where we react to any being put in the spotlight at all is really scary. And as you, hey guys, guess what? Keto Diamond has a new baby. Okay, she doesn't, but she has a new grandbaby. Sorry, it just came in. Don't leave and go see that yet. Wait until we're done. Like, if you leave, I understand. It's okay, because babies. I love babies. Okay, anyway, so fear of change and not succeed, or fear of success is the number, well, it's even bigger than fear of missing out, because fear of missing out is easy. We just make a plan. What do we do about fear of success? When we start to have success, what do? We self-sabotage all the time, especially when we get to a number like, for example, when you get about to go into Tomorrowland, when you hit that 299, if you girls who've been in the 300s, you know what I'm talking about. And of course, Wonderland, same thing, those big numbers, or a number you've been sitting at for several years, or the number that you got to every single time you dieted and never made it past. There's something about these numbers that trigger something in our brain that make us panic. And I really believe it's fear of success. We're afraid of the notoriety of people saying things. We're afraid of messing up again and have people feel sad for us. There's so many reasons why we're afraid. And only you can come up with the ways to get through this. So some of the things that I have used is taking a deep breath and moving forward. A trick I learned on a YouTube channel, I wish I could remember which one, but I learned it on a life coach YouTube channel, is that when you come up against a fear of success or something like this, and you decide you're not going to do anything, you're going to stop, or you feel that desire to stop, take a deep breath, count to 5, disrupt that channel in your brain, disrupt it, and then act as fast as you can. So, for example, I'm going to say something that happened to me this week that has me absolutely petrified. And you would think at this point that I would stop coming up against things that scare me. But I was contacted this week by a major YouTube channel that wants to come to my house and do a story on my weight loss. And my first gut reaction was, heck no. No. Stay out of my house. Stay out of my space. Don't come in here. I don't want to talk to you. You're making me uncomfortable. Why are you asking me? There's plenty of other people. Blah, 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 blah. I went this head thing. And I just did count to 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Act. Email them. Ask them more detail. What exactly does this entail? Are you really coming into my house? Why do you even want to know about me? What is so interesting? Is it going to pay? Do I get any money? Because last time I did this ridiculousness, I had a whole photography crew and I had to get somebody else's house because my house sucks and make all this big to-do. And did I get a cent out of that? No. Why? Did I ask? Nope. So I asked, will there be any compensation? Are you going to twist this? I asked all my questions and hit send. Acted. All that fear just kind of went, whew, okay. I'm not committing to anything. I'm just asking a question, right? It's scary to have success. It's scary to be in the public eye. It's scary to know that if you go on a YouTube channel that has 4 million subscribers or something, I can't even remember how many. It's so many. And I'm not going to say the channel yet because I don't know for sure I'm going to do it. But it's a big channel and they do weight loss success stories and their videos get 100 to 400 or more thousand views. So my fear, where does that stem from? People seeing my channel, people seeing me, people that aren't our group, right? They don't love me already. They don't know me from Adam. They're going to judge me. They're going to say mean things. I don't react well to people saying mean things. As you guys know, if you've tried to say even anything to me at all, I don't react well. I'm working on it. I'm working on that. But when you get on a channel like that, you're going to get exposed to the kind of people that you don't necessarily want to be your frenzies on YouTube. You know what I mean? But what is my number one goal for this year? What is the number one thing I'm working on? Budget, finance. I've been praying for more ways to make money on YouTube. God gives me some money. Who just gave me money? Because that's just funny. Weird. Right when I said it. Thank you. Oh, I'm going to cry. God gives you the opportunity you're freaking asking for. And what's your gut reaction? No? Same thing with weight loss. This is why diets fail. Okay, I'm going to take a little break just to see who the super chat is from and see if you have a question. Okay. Marissa Mantke, I have not met you before. I'm sorry if I'm slaughtering your name. She says, I'm so scared of keto for multiple reasons, but I'm at 335 pounds and 24 years old. It seems complicated and restrictive. Fabulous. Did you see my video I posted last week of Lynn Venture? I'm coaching her in person. She was petrified. Petrified. It does seem restrictive at first. It does seem complicated. And that is literally why I started this YouTube channel, so that I could show you guys how to do it step by step and walk you through the process. And that's what I'm doing with Lynn Venture. So if you haven't watched that video, go and check it out. I give the basics of how to get started. It is simpler than you might think. And that is the reason I have this YouTube channel. I have a beginner's playlist and I highly recommend you start there. Start with keeping your carbs under 20. And that's like one of the most difficult things to wrap your brain around at first. Then worry about your electrolytes, because once you keep your carbs under 20, you're going to lose your electrolytes and you need to get on top of that. After that, worry about macros and tracking. That's a big one. And so make sure you get the carbs and the electrolytes down before you try and worry too much about the macros and the tracking. Once you have all three of those pieces, you're done. That's all it is. Seriously, carbs under 20, electrolytes, and tracking. That's literally the only things there are. So once you divide that up and break it up into doable things, so you have an action goal, you say, okay, Tammy says, watch my first video and do a whole week of carbs under 20. And I'm going to do that. That's my action goal. For 7 days, I'm just going to watch only carbs and see what I'm eating, not worry about fats, not worry about proteins. I'm just going to eat under 20. Okay. And then second step, I'm going to go, oh, I'm feeling pretty crappy. Why? I'm going to worry about electrolytes. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get them in. I'm going to start tracking electrolytes and I'm going to make sure I feel good. And then when I've got a handle on that, only when I have a handle on that, am I going to worry about macros, hitting my protein, keeping my fats between 50 and the number that is on the chart, and keeping my carbs still low. And that is all that there is to it. So definitely go check out that playlist. I appreciate your super chat, and I appreciate you mentioning that you're afraid to start, because I think we all are. Being afraid to start is the same fear we're talking about, is the fear of success. Or the fear of not succeeding, which go hand in hand, because how many diets have we done, right? How many times have we screwed up? I mean, I lost 110 pounds and gained back 150. Okay? I have failed big time, multiple times, but that was the worst. And when I went back to it, I didn't know why it wasn't working. So I failed again and again and again because I didn't know why it worked the first time. Because my coach didn't tell me. My coach just wanted me to buy products. And when I couldn't afford the products and I couldn't afford the coach, I was up a creek. That is why I'm here on YouTube. I'm helping you guys. That is literally why I started YouTube. It's not about finances. This year, I'm moving to that space because I need it to help me, to help my family be more successful at this point. But when I first started YouTube, it was all about you guys. And it still is all about you guys. That's why I'm having this video today about fear, because I know we're all afraid. And you know what I also know? Fear is just in here. It's not real. There's literally nothing bad that's going to happen to you if you decide to do 7 days of carbs under 20. The best thing that could happen to you is you drop 8 pounds of water weight, right? So the only thing that is stopping you is yourself with all of this. Okay, so that leads into the hardest one that I'm still facing, okay? The fear of becoming someone else. And if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you have seen me struggle with this for a very long time. There were many videos I made crying to you guys about how people treated me differently, or people didn't recognize me, or people felt uncomfortable talking to me because they felt embarrassed that I was successful and they weren't, or friendships I have lost, or the fear of having to become a bodybuilder or a runner. I don't want to be a bodybuilder. I couldn't care less about going to the gym. I do not want to have to run in order to maintain my weight loss. I don't want to have to be an exerciser. You don't have to be. And that's the real truth of it. Once I told myself, well, you don't have to do that, Tamra. If you don't want to, don't do it. You do not have to become an avid fitness guru in order to lose weight. You do not. A lot of people do because they become addicted to that feeling. And as you do change, because you will, that fear will come in that tells you this isn't you. You're not the same person anymore. I am not the same person anymore. I don't even look the same. And not just because of the weight loss. I literally am coming from a whole different worldview and perspective. My eyes look different. My teeth do because I put braces on them. Would I have ever in a million years thought to get braces if I hadn't lost weight? No. Would I have considered going in for surgery for my skin removal, which I still haven't done and I'm still not planning on, but still thinking about? No. Like I would never consider doing those things. And as we become different, we change who we are. I'll tell you who is a prime example of that. And I'm going to point her out because I've already pointed her out. And I know she's busy right now and she's not watching this. And maybe she won't watch it later. But Keto Diamond. Okay, guys? Keto Diamond is the quintessential proof that you can change who you are and that you shouldn't be afraid of it. That girl is killer not afraid. You know she is, but she does not let her fear get in her way. And she has gone from literally a BBW model to a keto guru teacher. She's a whole completely different human being. Her whole family has changed because of that. And she's a Grammy again today, and I'm so happy for her. So go check out that video later. Anyway, if you want to see someone from the beginning change who they are as a person, go watch Keto Diamond. He used to be Diamond BBW when I found her. She's amazing. I love her, and we love each other. If you don't love Diamond, you should, because she is freaking, amazing. Okay, so fear of becoming someone new. Number one way to deal with it is tell yourself you don't have to become somebody else. You don't have to do anything that makes you uncomfortable, other than people will talk to you and ask you how you did it, and they will want to know. So if you're uncomfortable with that, you're going to have to face that fear. You're going to have to find a way to move through it. Count to 5 and act. Take deep breaths. Tell yourself it doesn't matter. Whatever you got to do, Sometimes I'm a borderline agoraphobic. I have such bad anxiety. And my anxiety has actually gotten worse since I started keto. And I think that's because my depression has been pushed down, because keto really helps me stay even keel. And because my depression is down, I can see the anxiety where I didn't see it before. I used to cover it up with eating food. And because I'm not eating food, I'm having to face that anxiety. And there's a lot of times I just don't want to leave the house, but I am a super social person. And not leaving the house is super bad for me, like way bad. And so I just have to take a deep breath and make myself walk through the door anyway and just go, no matter how scared I am. And that's one thing that losing the weight has done for me. I actually have become more brave. And because I'm overcoming these little fears, the fear of missing out, that is a little fear. It feels huge, but it is a little fear. It's the easiest one to overcome, you guys. It is so easy. Literally, make a plan, talk to your friends, be more open, create new activities, create new traditions. These are all action things that we can do, and they aren't necessarily things you have to deal with up here. But all the other fears, the fears of succeeding, the fear of not succeeding, and the fear of becoming someone else, those are all head games that you have to play with yourself, and you have to find somehow way to get through them. Be it writing down your feelings and tearing up or burning the paper, being it talking to a friend, being doing more exercise, because that really does help a lot of people, going for walks, clearing your head, just really taking a deep breath and forcing yourself to act instead of letting your fear stop you is the number one. So now you guys know you're never going to fail on your diet, because you're not going to let fear get in your way. You're going to freaking crush it. You are going to crush it, because you are an amazing, beautiful, awesome, wonderful person who absolutely deserves success. You absolutely deserve to have a body that you feel comfortable in, and that you can do the things you want to do in. If you be it hiking, be it dancing, being it playing with your kids, be more active, being swole, whatever your goal, whatever the thing you want is, why shouldn't you have it? There is no reason why you shouldn't have it. And I'm telling you, you can have it. And I'm telling you to get out there and crush that fear. All right. So that is the end of my spiel for today. Now I will go back and see if anybody else has questions. Thank you so much for the super chat. Again, it means a lot to me when you guys give those just tiny bits of money. And it's just not the money it just gives me my heart. I don't know. It feels like support. I guess that makes sense. Anyway, so I'm going to go back up to the top and see who has questions. And if you have a question you would like to ask me, start typing them in, because now is the time. Oh, I see I missed a few people. Rosalba Zuniga Escalante is here. Keto Grace, who is Sue, is here. Karen Rothwell, woo, she's here. K. Sarah is here. Andrea Johns is here. Keto Cricket, who is also Tammy, is here. Melanie Hine, Princess Ninja and Keto is here. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. She's awesome too, you guys. You got to go check her out. Let's see. Okay, so Cooper's Cats, who is Pauline. I always want to call you Sue every time. Why? Who is Sue? Someone is Sue. Oh, I'm trying, you guys. Okay. It's a good idea to take plenty of your special foods to share with other people because they're bound to say, ooh, that looks good. What is it? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you're making a delicious keto dessert, please make enough for you and everyone else. If you're going to bring a main dish, definitely bring enough for you and a few people because that's bound to happen. And that's another good way to show people that keto food can be just as awesome as anybody else's party food, right? So that is definitely an important suggestion. That is awesome. Hey, flowers for Wonder Girl. Are you Sue? She's here. I'm so glad you're here. Kelly Peters, hello, sweetheart. I love you. You're here. I love it. Carly's mama, who is Tanya, and I did know that, is here. Welcome. All right. Kelly Peters says, wowzers, girl, you don't know how much I needed to hear this at this very moment. I wish I could hug you right on target. I want to cry too. Oh, I love you. I love you so much. I don't know why I wanted to talk about this today. I think because of the people that messaged me and I had that fear reaction again. And I just thought, you know what? This is huge and we don't talk about it enough. I've talked about stress eating before, but the fear thing is really the gut core of every problem on diets. Every single one. Hey, Wendy Barron, Mama Does Keto is here. Welcome. She's one of my besties, like in real life besties. All right. Marissa, I'm glad I helped you. I hope that you can also message me on Instagram if you have any more clarification that you need. And if you really want help, I do have a couple spots left for keto coaching. I've had several people email me, but not very many people are actually doing it. So you guys have a few more weeks to get in if you want me to. It's $120 for 4 weeks, and I will just baby step you through the whole thing piece by piece and be right next to you and help you get going on it. So if that's something that you would like to do, definitely send me an email to oh my gosh, why can't I say my own name? ketochaos@gmail.com. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Karen says, look out, my favorite YouTubers in the same room. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. It's a party. I love it when you guys come over. I love it when Diamond's here too because she's hilarious. I love her so much. I don't know why. We got to meet. North Carolina meetup. We got to do that. It's one of my goals. It's one of the main reasons that finance is my goal for the year because I want to go see you guys. I want to travel. I want to go and talk to you guys, have meetups and all of that kind of thing. And so I can't do that right now. The way our finances are just not possible, but I want to. And so that's my focus on making this channel grow is for that. Miss T says, as Joyce Meyer says, feel the fear, do it anyway. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? Everyone feels fear. Even J-Lo. Even J-Lo feels fear. You bet she does. She's 50 years old and she's doing that. She never knows when something bad is going to happen on stage. You bet it. She's done it a billion times, but she's still scared every time. Come on. I'm still scared every single time I come on here for a live chat. It's stupid, but I still do it anyway. It's just your head playing with your... why do we do that to ourselves? I just don't even get it. But yeah, feel the fear. Do it anyway. Welcome, welcome. Jennifer Costa says, wait here now. Hope I haven't missed too much. Don't forget to go back and restart. I'm starting earlier on the subjects now because I feel like people will come in and not want to watch the video because it's always so long. And I want to make sure I get all my message out that first 20, 30 minutes of the video so that people that come and watch it later who aren't having a party with me will still watch and get what they need to out of that. Okay, let's see. Wait, is Keto Diamond here and I just missed it? I don't think she is. I will laugh if she is here. She cannot be here. She is dealing with a new baby. She cannot be here right now. Okay. Let's see. Regina Roberts, hello. Carly's mama, who is Tanya, says, 2020 is all about believing in me. We are all worth the best life we can have. And that is the truth. There's literally no reason why you shouldn't have what you want and what you desire. The only person that's stopping you is you. Your circumstances are not stopping you. You're using your circumstances as an excuse. And can our circumstances waylay us? Heck yes. Are we going to be perfect all the time? No. No. But we need to have a plan if we have a plan, it helps get rid of the fear. So for example, my kids all got the flu, and I thought, well, what is my plan if I get the flu? What am I going to eat? Who am I going to call? How am I going to stay keto? How am I going to keep my electrolytes in? Now, I didn't have to do any of that because I didn't get the flu. Thank you, Lord Jesus. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful that I did not get the flu. Cannot even express. But I had a plan. I had a plan. And so when you have a plan in place, it just kind of like calms down that fear, calms down that anxiety. So if you have a plan for anything that could go wrong, even really, really hard things, even if it's just writing down, this is my emergency plan. These are my emergency keto foods when I cannot deal. You know, a lot of times with my coaching clients, I have them write down self-care, a list of like 5 to 10 things of self-care that they have to do when they come up against a hard feeling that they want to drown in heavy whipping cream or sugar, as the case may be. And write those all down. And then when they come up to that feeling, they force themselves to do 3 things on the list. If they still feel like they have to eat, they have a second list of keto safe, basically binge foods that they can use if they need to in that situation. That's a way that you can have a plan for stressful situations. I have videos on that too, but long story short is the more plans you can have, the more successful you're going to be and the less afraid you're going to be. Because that is the truth. Like the more we don't let things just like fly by the seat of our pants and we actually have a plan for the day, the more likely we are to succeed. I know. Jennifer says, I missed you all at the Dr. Westman Keto Retreat. I know. I wanted to. I really talked about it, and I'm going to work really hard to be able to get to one of them. But it just, when we decided we were budgeting, we decided that we needed new tires for our vehicle and hotel room for the dance competition more than I needed to go to the keto retreat. But if we are working on our finances and we're somehow able to save up some money, it's possible that next year I can do some of these. So let's hope. Hey, Regina Roberts, welcome. She is Kingdom. She says, thanks for sharing your journey. Thank you. Nayla Soul is here. Awesome. Mrs. T says, don't forget to pray. That's right. It's huge. Even if you aren't religious, guys, meditation can help us telling ourselves what we want and what we need, and that we are grateful for it, but also that we are capable of overcoming our fears. She posted a scripture, Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that is so true. Absolutely true. Flowers for Wonder Girl is Sabrina and calls you Rena. I have a friend whose daughter's name is Tarina and we call her Rena. That's so cute. You've never mentioned your name. Why do I call you Sue? Everyone's a girl named Sue. Everyone, apparently. Sabrina, I'm going to try really hard to remember. But like I've told other people, if you want me to remember, if you keep coming on and say, hi, it's Sabrina, every single time, I will remember. And when you'll know I remember because I'll say your name every time I see your name, because that's how I help keep remembering. But she says, anxiety holds me back from doing a lot of things in my life. Baby steps is one of my most used mantras. 20% is better than 0%. Anything worth doing is worth doing badly. Yes, as Peter McKinnon says, done is better than perfect. Just moving forward, we step forward a little bit at a time. When we come into this, so Marissa, you've got a big journey ahead of you. I did too when I started. I was 374 pounds. And if I started thinking about trying to lose 225 pounds, which was like the ultimate goal, obviously I still haven't made it that far, but when I would think about that as a whole, I would want to collapse because the fear of success and the fear of not succeeding was so big because it was such a big chunk to deal with. And rather than dealing with just pounds goals, I did a lot of action goals. Okay, so this week I'm going to do blah, 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 blah. And next week, once I got a handle on that, I'm going to add blah, 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 blah. And I just kept doing that. And then I got to the point where I would fantasize about pounds goals. So I never really made a legit, I'm going to lose 50 pounds by such and such date, except for one of them. I told everyone at the dance studio that I was going to lose 100 pounds by September and join the adult clogging group. I did it by August. So, but I didn't make that pounds goal till I knew it was going to work. So that was probably a couple months in when I was realizing how quick it was going. And I kind of had a projection of what could happen that I started getting really confident. And I started telling people that because that was kind of my accountability to keep me going, because I wanted to prove those guys who looked at me funny, like, wow, okay, good job. Oh, you do that, girl. You go, girl. Well, I'll tell you what, I did it. I killed it. And they were also impressed because I really did kill it. But I would fantasize. So I'd be like, okay, my weight loss is on this trajectory. Where could I possibly be in 3 months? Where might I be in 6 months? What size might I be wearing? What am I going to do to reward myself? Like what thing am I going to give myself that's not a food reward for making it to certain size or making it to, but I didn't put a time frame on that. I did a lot of imagining, a lot of praying, a lot of manifesting, which is like basically telling yourself you're grateful for what you have before you have it. Journaling, oh gosh, so many things to keep my brain in the game. And I don't have to do it anymore. I do it automatically. I don't have to think about it anymore, which is why now I'm moving to the finances, because that's always been a big, huge anxiety of mine, is budgeting and finances and dealing with it. Much to my relief, we are in a better situation than I thought. And the only reason that I thought we were so struggling and so poor is because I was making bad money decisions because I was refusing to address it. But I couldn't deal with that until I got the weight loss thing to the point where it's now just habit, life, human being, me. It's not a fear anymore because it's just what I do. I don't even think about it anymore. I don't get afraid to go to a Super Bowl party, even if I don't eat anything, because I'd just be like offended at people. Like, hello, I do keto. Like, where's my wings? Dude, that was rude. Send Dave out to JCW's to buy me some. Like, I don't even think about that stuff anymore. It doesn't even occur to me. But it did at the beginning. Are you kidding me? I was freaking out. And I tried to sabotage myself so many times because of the fear. But I didn't do it. I took a deep breath and I moved forward and I did it anyway, just like Miss T was saying, because that is the key right there. I know, Jennifer. I know. She's like, you can have a place to stay. I'm going to do it. I promise. It's high on my priority list. Oh, you're so sweet, Tanya. She says, don't forget to smash the like button, guys. There's 60 of us here and only 18 likes. Close the chat for a second, hit like, and then reopen it. It's super easy. Okay. Next year, Dr. Westman's Keto Retreat will be January 16th to 18th in Beaufort, North Carolina. That gives you a year to plan for it. Okay. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm making a commitment. Next January, I'm coming to North Carolina. Let's do it. Let's get Keto Diamond. Let's go Keto with Christy. Let's get all you guys who are in North Carolina. There's a freaking crap ton of keto people in North Carolina. Let's just kill this. Let's just kill Dr. Westman's retreat. Let's all go. Well, I'll go over there and say hey to one of the guys that is like my mentor and guru and the reason I have a life and didn't die. Thank you, Dr. Westman. Here's to you. Okay. She's Kingdom asks, do you track aggressively? I'm trying keto again. The tracking throws me off. The suggestion about focusing on carbs first was good. Okay. Yes and no. So like I said, in the beginning, you got to get a handle on it. So that first week, keep your carbs low. Keep your fats as high as you need to not go off the carby wagon and go, because it's hard that first week to let go of the carbs. So if you need to eat a lot of heavy cream or butter and things like that to just get through that first week, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do to get in ketosis and feel good. You'll know because you're just all of a sudden your hunger will just kind of go, and it just kind of goes down a little bit. And you'll be like, oh, I'm feeling good. The problem is that the next thing that happens is you will drop your electrolytes. Your body just goes anti-inflammatory. You start peeing a ton. You have a huge drop on the scale, and you start going, yay, yay, rah, rah, sis, boom, bah. And then you feel like total crap, and you smack into a wall and feel like you're going to die, which is why everybody quits keto. You got to get your sodium levels on top. So definitely watch my electrolyte videos. Those are the two keys to getting going on keto. But if you want to be successful losing weight on keto, you do need to get a handle on tracking, at least to a degree. Now, I coach people who are afraid of tracking and who cannot do it. And I have my tips. Here's my big one. Pre-track your macros. Divide them into 2 or 3 meals, whatever you're planning to do. And pre-track a whole bunch of meals that fit those macros and write them down on the fridge with their weights and measures. That way, every single time you go to eat, you're eating exactly half or exactly a third of your macros, and you don't have to worry about tracking it. You can just make those exact meals and eat them. That is the way you do it if you cannot track. And that is the way I do it now. I just know, I usually track later. At the beginning, I tracked before I ate any bite. That, to be successful, that's the best way to do it till you get a handle on what you can eat and what you can't. But that is what I used to do, is that I would track in advance. And now I've done it so much, I know exactly how much of each thing that I want to eat. And so even Dave does. He's like, what do you want tonight? And I'm like, spaghetti squash with hamburger gravy. And he's like, okay. And he just makes it. He just knows my macros. He's done it so many times. Now I cook too. Don't get me wrong. Chef Dave doesn't cook all the time. He does cook a lot, but I definitely cook more now than I used to. All right. Oh, Keto Cricket says, thanks for keeping me distracted while I work out. Glute thrusts are killer. Go girl, push it. That's awesome. I know, because I did ballet this last week and we didn't do glute thrusts, but I would imagine the exercise that we did, which is basically PKs to the back in arabesque, did the same thing, because I couldn't sit for like 4 days. It was horrible. Yes, vision boards are helpful too. I don't really do that just because I am a visionary person, but for some reason I just never get around to doing them. But they are helpful. So definitely add that to your wheelhouse of things that you can do to keep yourself focused. Lynn Anders says, thanks for sharing your ups and downs. It wouldn't be real if I didn't. You guys have to be able to see that, I'm not perfect, and that I'm just a regular person who has struggles and who has times where they just want to quit, and who has times where they feel like they aren't doing a good job, and who has times where they feel like an utter failure and they shouldn't even be on YouTube. That would be me all the time. So I'm just like everybody else, and I just want everybody to know that, and that's why I'm brave, and I let go of my fear of sharing that with you guys, because it's hard, because people always have stuff to say, and it's so hard to listen to what people have to say. I'm not very good at that. I try really, really hard. But most of the things that people have to say is because they don't actually watch my channel, and they'll come in for this one controversial video and they'll say whatever, and they've never seen me on any other video, and they're always telling me to do stuff I've already done a million times and already know how to do and have already taught you guys how to do. So that's irritating. But I try to let it go. But yeah, that's one of my biggest fears as well. Phelan says, I sabotage myself too. Every single time I lower numbers on the scale, the very next day I'm back up. It's a struggle for sure. And remember, the scale does that too. And it may not even be anything that you did. The scale is dumb. I hate the scale. The scale makes me want to smash it, like on the daily. Like on my way in on Sunday, I was back down to 182.8, and I said 6, even though it was 8. Sorry about that. And then today back again to 180. No, yesterday 185 again, and then today 183. And I'm just like, why? It's okay. It doesn't really matter. Like, and I keep telling myself, girl, you're not trying to lose any weight. Just calm yourself down. But yeah, the scale is annoying. I hate it. Hey, SD, who is Sheena? Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. She was wondering what advice you give for helping lose skin while losing weight. Okay, and you guys probably have seen my loose skin videos, so you know that when you're really, really hefty, you're going to have loose skin. The number one thing is genetics, and you can't do anything about it. Some people just have elasticy skin, and some people just really don't. I was really lucky that my face skin, I didn't really get a lot of fat through my face, but my face skin did okay. The rest of me, not so much. My legs look pretty good, but the rest, the middle section is all kind of scary. But the best advice I can give you for skin in particular is take vitamin D3. It helps with hair as well. You can take hair, skin, and nails if you feel like the biotin and collagen is going to help. I have never done that, but people say it works. A lot of people do dry brushing or fascia blasting. Dry brushing is probably better for loose skin. Fascia blasting is better for the fascia, the connective tissue. So like cellulite look. I don't do those things just because I'm too lazy and I just don't want to. The main thing I do actually is I take a bath once a week and I soak for a couple of hours, and then I take a long sheet loofah and I literally just like exfoliate the crap out of my whole entire body, top to bottom. And so I feel like that helps. I feel like that getting rid of the dead skin and helping encourage the new skin to grow can really help. I don't know that the timing of your weight loss matters that much. I really don't know. I lost really fast at the beginning, and now I'm losing really slowly. And it's not because of skin that I've chosen to do that. It's just because of life and my life and the way it is, I don't really want to do weight loss 24/7 every single day. I like to do in spurts. Some people say that's messing me up. I don't know if it is or not, but anyway, those are my main suggestions. Lots of exfoliating, taking vitamin D3 are my top two. Okay. Crap ton ketos unite. Yeah. You know, Tanya, I'm going to tell you, this is one of the things. I'm sweating so bad. I'm so sorry. Blah, blah, blah. I just should turn the fan back on and you guys can deal with the sound. But one of the hardest things for me has been the loss of solidarity with my obese sisters. And I don't mean my actual sister. I just mean like my sisters in, Obesityville. Those of us who have commiserated with each other. Those of us who have hugged each other. Those of us who have talked about the struggles. When you lose weight, a lot of those girls, if they don't come along on the journey with you, will feel super uncomfortable around you. And they don't view you as you anymore. They view you as a skinny girl that's always been skinny. It's really weird. Their mind shift can't switch and remember you the way you were. And they assume you can't understand them anymore because the way you are. But girl, we get it. We understand. Are you kidding me? My worst fear is going back there and doing that again. I just cannot. I imagine all kinds of scenarios that might cause me to fall off the wagon. The only ones I can think of that might actually accomplish that is to have, my husband or children pass away. And so I actually try and make plans in my head of what I would do if that happened. And I still don't know if I could do it. But it is literally my worst fear going back there. But I also really, really get it. I really, really was there for most of my adult life. I was 225 when I got married. I was 250 by the time I had my first kid. I was 290 by the time I had my second kid. I was between 290 and 315 for most of having all the rest of my kids. There was a short bout between about 8 years ago where I lost 110 pounds on a type of keto that I didn't know was keto. Felt really proud of myself, was a real freaking brat. I was like, this is so easy. I don't know why I didn't do this before. This is so easy. I don't know why everybody doesn't do this. And I kind of had that attitude. And oh man, the good Lord gives me a good old smack in the face, didn't he? Right? Don't be prideful, guys. That is not how you teach. Pride goeth before a fall. And boy, I fell hard. 2 miscarriages, 2 babies later, I was right back where I started and in a horrible place where I could not lose. I kept trying to do the same things the coach had taught me. It was absolutely not successful. I finally gave up and just dived into the food, gained back so much weight. It's not even funny. And that is how I ended up. So I was 373 the day I had Jasper. I got down to 315 or 320 real quick after I had him. And then I couldn't get past that. Because I think most of that was just the water retention and baby weight. It wasn't real fat. Once I got to the real fat, I couldn't do it. And I gave up and went back on the carb wagon. And by the time he was a year old, that's when I was in the darkest place of my life. And I literally thought I was going to die. And so that's why I went on keto. It was like a last ditch effort. That happened to me. That dark place was real. It is a huge fear. And it's a motivating fear. It is literally a place I never want to go. The Lord gave me a good old smackdown. And he's like, you didn't get it the first time. You are supposed to help people. You are supposed to teach people how to do this. I have given you the gift of being able to take this crap and learn it and tell people and make it doable for people. That is what you were supposed to do the first time, girl. You didn't do it. You are a brat. You needed a good spanking. And here you are right back where you started. Now, this time I want you to listen. This time I want you to learn. This time I want you to pay attention. And this time you better tell everybody about it. And not a nasty way. And not a bratty way. And not in an understanding, empathetic, humble, you freaking know where they're coming from way. So I don't let myself forget what it's like to be there for the reason that solidarity. I know what it's like to be overweight. I know what it's like to be obese. I know what it's like to not be able to walk up the stairs, to be afraid to get out of the bathtub, to be scared you might die and your kids will find you naked in the bath. Like, I know these feelings. They are real, and I remind myself of them all the time so I don't forget. It is hard. It is not easy. It is scary. But there is hope. You can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Guys, anybody. I have 9 freaking kids. They eat sugar all the time, right? It's always in my house. It's always in front of me. I have to do it for them. I have to do it for me. I have to do it for God. I have to do it for you. I have to do it. It has to be done. I cannot not do it. It's my mission. I have to do it. And if I can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it. I don't have any extra time to go to the gym. I don't go to the gym. You know why I dance? Because I'm at the dance studio 4 to 5 hours a night. So I may as well dance with the kids, right? That's the only physical activity I have time for. I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time for what was those gluteus maximus thrusts? Glute thrusts? That's what she called it. I don't got time for that. And I devote my extra, I mean, like this time that I'm giving you guys, this is actually my homeschool time. So I'm giving you guys a piece of my kids' time by being here on Tuesdays, but it's just, it's necessary. So, you know, I just have to get up earlier and get them started on their stuff and hope that they keep going while I'm here talking to you, and then go back at it when I'm done. But yeah, I'm all about helping you. I'm all about helping you guys. So if you really are on the struggle bus, please don't hesitate to email me or message me. And if you really want me to handhold, like I said, I've got that coaching available. I can do a couple more before dance competition season starts. And I'd love to help you out. It's $120 for 4 weeks. I'll hold your hand every single day. I'll do whatever you need me to do. And that's another way that I'm trying to help progress the finances. Manifest them. I'm manifesting them. Even though it's scary as heck. It's scary. Money is scary, guys. I'm afraid of getting money. Is that the dumbest thing in the whole world? Everybody wants money, but then when it comes, then what do you do with it? I'm petrified of it. It's my biggest fear, and I'm doing the same steps that I did with my weight loss now, with my finances, with budgeting, with dealing with it, with my anxieties over it, with manifesting it, all of that stuff. And I'm telling myself that I absolutely am deserving of this being successful. And I'm like, I know that's true because I already did it. And this weight loss thing can change you. You know, it can make you a different person. And it can make you able to tackle other things because you freaking killed this. And you can. So stop letting the fear get in the way. Guys, don't let it get in the way. Take a deep breath, count to 5, and freaking act. Pre-track, pre-plan. Watch these videos, come to my Facebook group, post for help, post for encouragement, come on my Instagram, message me on my Facebook page. Do whatever you've got to do to make this happen. Anytime that you feel like you're going to fall and, you know, completely crash, go talk to somebody and don't let it happen. Stop yourself before it happens, or have a plan for pulling yourself back up off the ground and getting back to walking forward. All right. I love you guys. I really do need to go. Last week was really, really, really long, and I really can't. So I'm just going to double check that isn't. Okay, Wendy. Yeah, message me. If there's anything super, super important, welcome. Does your coaching include grocery list help? Yes and no. My free getting started guide has my grocery list on it, but I can help you with yours if that's what you need. Sure. Yeah, definitely. My coaching includes whatever you need. The only thing I won't do is give you a specific nutrition plan that says eat this much of this thing, eat this much of this thing. And that's because it's illegal for me to do so because I'm not a nutritionist. So I can't. But I can tell you what to shop for and how to create your own plan. But I have videos about that. You don't have to pay for the coaching to get that stuff. It's all free here on my channel. And if there's something on my channel that isn't on my channel that you feel like I could go into more detail, please tell me. I will absolutely make a video. We'll either do a live chat or I'll make some kind of coaching thing, whatever. I can do it. Whatever you guys need. I am definitely I give everything I can possibly give for free. I would like to create some kind of 6-week course that baby steps people through, that people could just buy and have, that I wouldn't have to, because I can only take 4 people at a time for coaching just because of the way my crazy life is, and I want to be able to help more. So I'm trying to come up with that, but right now, as of now, I don't have anything like that yet. Though you would not believe the amount of people that message me every single week with plans and coaching and stuff like that, that want me to talk about it on the beginning of all my videos. I'm so offended by that. It just ticks me off. I'm like, no, thanks. Don't need your help. Or, no, thanks. My people don't need your help. We have it all right here for free on my channel. Oh, it just makes me mad. Yes, I am coaching. So again, about the coaching, 4 weeks for $120. I will baby step you through wherever you are. Basically, it's through Marco Polo messages. So we talk to each other like this, only it's on our own time. So it's not like I'm calling you and we're talking back and forth. It's like you message me and say, oh, I'm struggling with this. I have a question or whatever, or this is how my day went, or here's my macros for the day, or whatever you need. And then I get back on when I can and I message you back at least 3 times a week, if not more. It depends on how much you put into it. Like, it's all about that. Oh, someone sent me a super chat. Oh, Melanie, you're the best. Thank you. I appreciate it. She says, thanks for being you. You guys are awesome. Ugh, I don't want to say goodbye, but I really need to. I love you. I love you. I love you. All right. So yeah, email me, ketochaos@gmail.com, if you want more info on that. And I can probably fit in 2 more, maybe 3, if I really push it, before the end of February. Once March hits, I won't be able to take anybody new. It'll be too hard. So if you're going to do it now. All right. I love you all so much. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye.